Let's talk about energetic harvesting. This is a phrase you've probably heard me use before on the podcast in passing, but I felt like it needed its own episode because it's becoming an epidemic, guys. If you're not familiar with energetic harvesting, in case the phrase doesn't already give it away, energetic harvesting is when men harvest your energy. You know, when you harvest crops, you sow seeds, you nurture them, watch them grow, and when it's ready, when the season arises, you harvest them and you do what you want with those crops. Well, the act of harvesting is you are taking something in bulk for your own selfish use. At least with the crops get watered and nurtured, but these men ain't even watering or nurturing us. They're just coming to take. They're just coming to carry wholesale and be green. So energetic harvesting, what does that look like? Well, an example of energetic harvesting is, you know, those men who they'll message you, like they might ask you like, what are you doing? What are you up to? Or like, how are you? And you respond within a reasonable period and they just disappear. It's like, what did you message me for? Why are you just popping in and then leaving? It's so weird. It's because they just wanted to see if you would respond. Because you responding, it does something for them in the sense that it gives them the impression that they can still access you. But when we take this energetic harvesting theme to the next level, well, when men are energetically harvesting you, they are genuinely using you to build up their life force. And this is something that I try to encourage women to be more vigilant of, but they don't like to listen because, you know, if a man is using you sexually, that's more obvious because you're actually doing something very physical with him and you feel more of the effects of that. You see more of the effects of being sexually used. But energetic harvesting, when a man is using your energy and zapping your life force and draining you of your light, it's not always obvious. You can't always tell when it's happening if you don't know what to look out for. One of the ways that men energetically harvest you is they like knowing that you have a fondness for them, because that ego boost is what they use to inform their own identity of who they see themselves as. So I'll give you an example. There's this one guy, yeah, and the only reason why I haven't blocked him is because I like using him for fun parties and going to concerts where the tickets will sell out in like 30 seconds. He has the access that I enjoy. But this particular guy, I need to be careful how I talk about him because he's identifiable. Unfortunately, he is, I won't say he's one of my favorite DJs. That's a reach. But what I will say is that I really, really enjoy the way that he DJs. He works as the right-hand man of one of my favorite musicians. And how he discovered me, this particular DJ, is because I'm a pole dancer. And when I pole dance and I post the videos online, I usually share those videos on my Instagram stories. And when I upload them on my Instagram stories, I add music onto the video. Most times it's the music that was originally playing in the video, but I just add the music over it just so the video's cleaner audio. And when I use a particular musician's song, most times I will tag them in the video, but the tag won't be visible. You know when you tag someone, but you like drag the tag off the screen? they will still get the notification that they were tagged in a video. So I do that all the time. And it's not because I'm like looking for attention or like, oh, please pick me. It's just because I understand how music marketing works. But I also understand how growing your online presence as a performer works too. It goes hand in hand. It's a mutual exchange. If a musician releases a new song and I'm dancing to it, it's in their interest to repost it because that's free marketing for them. But also, it's a nice video of a beautiful woman pole dancing. And it's not just any beautiful woman. This beautiful woman also happens to be a public figure. So it's in their interest to repost it. Most times people repost it when I pole dance to their music. So this particular DJ, it was a song of his that I really liked at the time, and I was pole dancing to it, and I used to tag him in it, and he would repost it, and then from there he followed me, and then from that point he had a crush on me, and he would be watching all of my stories and, you know, occasionally liking pictures and videos. But he would do this weird thing where, like, he would send me the fire emojis and the heart eye emojis that men love to do in response to your stories. And then when I would respond to him, he wouldn't take the conversation anywhere. It's like he just wanted to know that he had my attention. And at the time, I didn't know he was energetically harvesting me. I felt like he was shy. I would tell myself, he's just shy. He's just shy. This is a lie women love to tell themselves, that he's just shy. Men are not shy. They're just waiting to see if you'll be the one that will make the first move. Because a man is never shy when he's got a hard on and he wants to put your hand on it. A man is never shy when he's asking you if he can see your breast. No, he's not shy. A man is never shy when he's asking you if you'll have sex with him. Never, suddenly they're never shy. Wonder how that works. So convenient, right? So stop telling yourself these men are shy. They just want to see if you will be the one that will pursue and chase them because they get something out of it. And this particular guy, he liked knowing that I was sort of biting the bait a bit because I didn't join the dots at the time. This was a few years ago that me and him first connected. And so what had happened was, fast forward to more modern, more current in the timeline. We happened to both be in the same country at the same time, finally. And he saw a video of me dancing to a song that he produced. And he caved and he commented a fire emoji. And this was after a whole year of us not speaking to each other anymore. And so when I saw that he put the fire emoji, I DM'd him and I was like, we're in the same country. I want a party. Where are we going? Because this guy, he DJs at like pretty much the best parties in the country that I was in at the time. And he immediately responded and he was like, I've got a few parties coming up. I'm going to send you details ASAP. And the following day, he sent me details of a party and I went. I enjoyed myself. And he was acting... It's funny, at that party, he was acting like I was his girlfriend. This is how I know that men are not good people. Because... Tell me why. When I was with him and other people would be around and he's like trying to include me in the conversation or he's trying to say something that involves me, he would never refer to me as my name. He would say to his mandem, his boys, my baby wants to drink water, go and get her water. It's like, when did I become your baby? I'm the same woman who you were sending emojis to and ignoring, but okay. I'll go along with it. I'll go along with it because I don't care. Like, that's not going to work. You're trying to love bomb me. I'm an advanced player. That don't work anymore. Sorry. You think referring to me as your baby in front of your mandem is going to make me warm in the knees? No, try again. But I was pretending to be falling for it. I didn't call him out on it. I didn't make any corrections. I was just acting like, yeah, I am his baby. Whatever. This same man who was calling me his baby, we ended up both kind of traveling around the same time, maybe like 2 weeks later. And I let him know that I was going to be in the same city as him again. And he said, yeah, hit me up when you arrive. I hit him up. He didn't make any plans to see me. This is the same man that was calling me his baby. So that time when he was calling me his baby, he was just loving the ego stroke of being seen with me. A stunning, sexy woman with all these tattoos and this big tits and pretty face. He loved the idea of people thinking I was his girlfriend because energetically that did something for him. Now, it's gone back to the same pattern of just his watching my stories. And I don't care, because he's not shy. He's not shy. He just wants me to be the one to do the chasing. And unfortunately, that's not going to happen. When you have breast and yash, you're not supposed to chase men. When you're pretty and you got bomb energy, you're not supposed to chase men. If men are acting like they got cold feet and they're dragging their feet, you just need to let them suffer with their sticky shoes. Like, you're not supposed to be like, hi, I noticed that you've been watching my stories. Is there something you want to tell me? Do you fancy me? No, don't try and pull it out of them. Just leave them there. They know what to say to you. They know how to. You never need to teach a man how to be a gentleman. In the same way, you never have to teach a man how to tell you that he's horny. He will make it known to you in one way or another. So when these men are siphoning your energy and you're allowing it, just remember, you look very stupid. You look stupid because you're telling yourself, well, I'm a nice person. I don't mind. I don't mind going with the vibes. You don't mind going with the vibes? I mean, what the hell? Sure, I guess. I very much mind. Now that I'm in my very early 30s and shit just got very serious, I'm realizing what my validation does for men. That's why now a lot of times when men make jokes, I'm making the habit of holding in the laugh. Hold it in, hold the laugh, hold the laugh, hold the laugh. Counteract the funny thing that was said with something that has been concerning you for 2 weeks. Think about the thing that's been concerning you for 2 weeks. Don't laugh, hold the laugh. When you leave, go and laugh later. Don't let him have the satisfaction of seeing you laugh because he's a fucking idiot. He doesn't deserve to see you laughing because that's validating for him because he's a fucking wanker. That's the internal dialogue I be having. You guys are not ready. You guys are not ready for the change you want to see. And how I know that you're not ready for the change you want to see is because you're still in that place where you are so focused on preserving men's egos and being nice to them and making sure that they're not going to feel left out. Men should feel left out. They're not good people. They keep killing us. Yeah? The least they can feel is left out. Another thing with these men is stop letting them use you to vent about their girlfriend. When you notice that things are getting into territory where he wants to vent, do you know what I like to do? I create a hostile environment for men who want to vent to me about their girlfriends because I'll just be like, oh, your girlfriend sounds crazy. I like her. Oh, she did what to you? Oh, I like her. Who is this girl? I love doing that because it now makes them feel put off to come and vent to you about their girlfriend because they know you're going to agree with the girlfriend. Even if you low-key don't agree with what she did, depending on the scenario he's explaining to you, for the most part, just be a bit of a troll and be like, your girlfriend did what? She blocked you. Has she got Instagram? I want to be her friend. She sounds really hot. Who is this diva? Oh my gosh. Another thing what was it I did the other day? There was a guy friend who was telling me about, oh my God. See, this is how I know that men are not good people, yeah? Because there was this guy who I'm friends with and he told me that there was a girl he was briefly seeing and he took her to a nice, Canary Wharf restaurant with a nice view type of dinner. He took her there and he asked her to be his girlfriend. She said yes. And then a week later, he bumped into an ex-girlfriend of his who he refers to as, get ready for this one, the one who got away. He bumped into his ex-girlfriend, the one who got away, a week after he had asked a girl to be his girlfriend. And when he bumped into this ex-girlfriend, they had a conversation and he basically told her, "You're the one who got away. I've been thinking about you so much and like, I really hope I can have a second chance with you." And so she decided, yeah, she'll give him a second chance. So this guy now went back to the girl who he asked to be his girlfriend. And at the point when he went back to the girl who he asked to be his girlfriend, a week has now flown by. And he said to her, I'm really sorry, but we're going to have to like end this because I have reconnected with my ex. And I want to give things another shot with her. I'm really sorry. And he told me that she took it really well and she was like cool about it. And in my head, I'm like, is it? This is why I don't like men. You see how brazen that is? Men will ask you to be their girlfriend just so they have something on the back burner. That is energetic harvesting right there. That right there. If you let these men use you, they'll use you. He's asked you to be his girlfriend. First of all, what investment has this man made in you? Because a man taking you on dates is not an investment. He's eating as well. He could have gone on a solo trip to that restaurant to eat and bought enough for himself plus takeaway. That is the same thing he would have paid for a date of you and him. So it's not an investment. Eating food is not an investment. So for a man to have the nerve to ask me to be his girlfriend, he needs to have significantly financially invested in me. Because that's what it takes for me to make myself exclusive to a man. But when my guy friend was telling me this thing that he did, I was like, oh, interesting. Wow, she's the one that got away. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. I was using his story to take notes on how vile men really are. Yes, I am quietly judging when you, a man, tell me that you wasted a woman's time, asked her to be your girlfriend, and a week later you reconnect with your ex and then you dump the girl who you asked to be your girlfriend. I'm judging. That's unacceptable. But I'm not going to tell him that I'm judging. I use these men's stories and the way they behave with other women to join the dots and to inform my own perspective. Because what this guy wants is for me to pamper his ego and make him feel justified in what he did. But one thing about me, I'm a Libra rising, so I know how to be diplomatic. I know how to act like I'm telling you what you want to hear, but I'm not really saying anything at all. The whole time I'm gathering information. I'm like, so this is how men are, yeah? Yo, you need to fear men. Fear men. They'll ask you to be their girlfriend. And then a week later, they'll reconnect with their ex. So that girl who was asked to be girlfriend and now a week later she's not girlfriend anymore. She got. That man used you. He used you to escape the feeling of idleness and solitude because it makes him uncomfortable. What did you get out of doing that? Because you can't tell me that the ego stroke of him asking you to be his girlfriend only for him to come back a week later was worth it. What did you get out of that? When men take from us, it starts with them taking our energy. And then if we're dumb enough, it progresses to them taking our physical essence. So that means them sleeping with us. And if we're really deluded enough, it progresses to them taking money from us. Women who are offering men money and helping men out financially, that's very stupid. I don't know how else to put it other than that's really, really stupid and you shouldn't be doing that. Everybody eventually finds out at some point why they shouldn't have done that, right? A lot of women, they get defensive when I say this because what they're seeing is their situation when it's in the good place right now where he's so loving and it's like, oh, this really works. Like, yeah, we are a partnership. Partnership? I'm not sure about that. Not sure about that because if you're partnering with a man, he needs to bring the resources and you decide what you're going to do with them. That's a partnership, not you splitting bills with a man. Ugh. Anyway, we are a partnership. And yes, at the moment, I'm the one who's looking after the finances and he's figuring it out. He's just figuring it out. And I'm here to stand by his side while he figures it out. What's he figuring out? What's he figuring out? Quantum theory? The distance between Mars and Minnesota? What is he figuring out that he can't figure out on his own time? Why do you need to financially support him to figure this thing out? What's he figuring out? Well, he can't get a job. Then he shouldn't be dating. He should be focused on seeking employment, refining his CV, or working on his skills. He shouldn't be dating. Oh, he's figuring it out. He's just having a really hard time right now. One thing about a man, he gonna have a hard time for the rest of his life if he wants to drag you along. So what do you mean by I'm just helping him out while he figures it out? Babes, he's using you. He's siphoning you. But you're telling yourself that we're a partner. We're a partnership. Yeah, we're a partnership. So, what do the girls like to say? It won't the bill splitting women love to say, things won't always be 50-50. Sometimes, things might flip and it'll be 70-30. Sometimes I need to give 70 and he only has 30 to give. Mind you, the 70 the woman is talking about that she's giving is literally her money. And what's the 30 the man is giving? What's he giving you? And does what he gives you actually even add up to 30? It's probably even less than 30, but you're calling it 30 to feel good about it. Because what he's giving you compliments and slanging dick inside you occasionally. Mind you, you're not even nutting. You're having the most boring, limiting orgasms. You're not even experiencing the spectrum of orgasms you could experience. That has to be another conversation for another day because it's hella women who are in straight relationships with men. And if at all they're having orgasms, they're having phase 1 entry level orgasms that come and go as quickly. Whole time, there is a whole library of orgasms you can have, Ask me how I know. No, but really and truly, it's like, it's a partnership. It's not always going to be 50-50. Sometimes he only has 30 to give and I'll give 70. Whole time. When they're saying sometimes, it's the whole relationship. It's the whole time. They're giving more than that guy. What's the man there for? He's draining you. He's harvesting your youth. He's harvesting your collagen. He's harvesting your energy. He's harvesting your pussy. He's harvesting your kindness. He's harvesting your empathy. He's harvesting your intellect. He's harvesting your company. He's just taking from you. If a man is not bringing, he's taking. It's one or the other, babe. He's either bringing or he's taking. It is as binary as it should be. He's either bringing or he's taking. So, the girls who talk about this equality partner, you guys are scaring me. You're scaring me now. I'm scared. I don't like it anymore. You're just letting men have their way with you. What do you mean? Oh, we're just gonna talk. We're gonna just talk about it. We're gonna talk. He doesn't do what I need him to do, but we're gonna just talk. We're gonna talk about it. Talk about what? What are you talking about? What are you people discussing there? Every day talking. We're just gonna talk about it. He's just taking from you. This man is taking from you. Try. And you have nothing to show for it, but wasted time. Anytime I clock that a man is energetically harvesting me, I get really angry because I realize, oh shit, it's happened again. Because most times when men are using you, it's not obvious. It's very benign. It's very passive. It slips under the radar. But they are taking something from you. It won't always be sex. It won't always be them fishing compliments out of you. But 9 times out of 10, a man is benefiting from being around you. So make sure that you are benefiting from what he is doing in your life. It's scary out here, guys. And we ought to all be more vigilant. We're not vigilant enough. And that bothers me because I've seen men use women for their energy, and those men have gone on to become even more successful because of the influence of that woman. These guys are using you for free. Don't let it happen. Even in friendship, you can't be friends with just any man. You're too nice. You are too fucking nice, and it's not benefiting you. You just look stupid. And you know what's worse than looking stupid? The only thing worse than looking stupid is feeling stupid. Because when you feel stupid, the immediate feeling that alchemizes into is shame. And shame is the lowest vibration. Shame is a very dark and hard place to get out of. And it often starts from feeling stupid. And when you feel stupid, it's because you've clocked too late that you were taken advantage of. And when you're taken advantage of, it's because you were being too available. And when you're being too available, it's because you have an insecurity that manifests in the form of you thinking that if you present yourself as more useful, more helpful, more available, then you will be loved. And that's what a lot of women are doing. They think that if they are more helpful, more kind, more ready to laugh at jokes, more useful to men, then that will make them more likely to be loved. No, you're more likely to be used. And when you're more likely to be used, you're more likely to feel stupid if at all you clock that you've been used. And when you're more likely to feel stupid, you are closer to shame than you are to empowerment. Because you realize, oh, he took something from me and I can't get it back. The only thing you can do right now, the only actionable step you can take right now, let's say you're in a situation where you have clocked a little too late. Be kind to yourself, but you clocked a little too late. This guy he's been harvesting your energy. He's been using you. Just cut him off. Unexplained. Just block him. I used to be a bit on the fence about blocking. I still am on the fence about blocking because not every scenario will necessarily require something as blunt as blocking. Some men, you didn't know them long enough, you can just phase them out and just not reply to them ever again. But for the situations where you've realized, oh, he was using me. Okay, I see what this is now. You need to block him. And you need to accept that, yeah, he might think you're bitter or angry or upset, but I'd rather you think I'm bitter, angry, or upset than to think I'm accessible. Because the initial ego will tell that man, oh, she's just bitter. She's just upset. She's just angry. But when the ego fades a little and it's been 2-3 months and he's realized that he's actually not going to hear from you again, it stops being about him trying to lick the wound of ego bruising by calling you bitter, and it becomes, wow, she actually doesn't even care to hear from me anymore. Yikes. That's uncomfortable. That is what's more important to me. I am not a mind reader. So there are times when I get got too, you know? When I say I get got, I mean sometimes there's men who will slip under the radar and they will energetically use me. And when I realize, I'm like, oh, fuck, is that what he's doing? Blocked. Unannounced, blocked. Just blocked. I can't explain, like these days, I genuinely feel like when I block men, I've taken my power back. That is the final act of taking my power back when I block a man, especially on WhatsApp. I just like knowing that I got out first. Because they say the person who gets out first is the person who has the power. And I care about power. I do. Relationships with men are all about power. They don't want you to believe that it's that way, because if you don't believe that you're playing a power game, then you can get taken advantage of because you don't even know there's a game being played. So you're not recognizing that you are meant to be making moves too. But if you recognize relationships with men for the power game that it is, then you can start to be more attentive to your actions, and you can start to pay attention to what he's doing. And at the point where he has you fucked up, you act accordingly. I am not afraid to block a man, because part of that as well, it's an abundance. Like, I have a very, not to be like kooky spiritual hoo-ha, but like, I have an abundance mindset, guys. That's why I don't feel scared to block men. If you see the kind of men that I've blocked, you would be, not to brag, okay, but I got some fine men blocked. And these aren't just like good looking men that you walk past in the street. These are fine men who are established celebrities. I've got them blocked on WhatsApp because I didn't like the way that they spoke to me. So now they're blocked. And each time I block them, I feel really good. I feel like I've taken my power back. Because before I blocked them, there was this quiet power tussle going on where they felt like I was falling for their smoke and mirror production that they do with every woman. And I kind of got into it a little bit. And now I've realized, oh, that's what you were doing. Blocked. In the name of Jesus, I block, rebuke you. Fire demon, I block you. I block them and I feel like I'm breaking the chains off my wrists and I'm free. Freedom. It's really freeing. And I will continue moving this way moving forward. I dare any man to fuck around, because he will find out. And my goodness, what a day that will be. Anyway, if you enjoyed listening to this episode, I would like to ask, please leave a 5-star rating on the streaming platform that you use. Because when you leave a 5-star rating, it means that more awesome people like yourself discover the podcast, which normalizes a world where women like us think in this way. Because right now, I feel like we are still this like underground secret community. And we don't have to be a dirty secret. I think the world should look the way it does, in the sense that the world looks like a place where women like us are more of the majority rather than the exceptional minority. And that all starts with you giving this podcast a 5-star rating, because it will algorithmically be boosted, which means more people will hear it. More people will be like, wait, this makes sense. And then it will be less weird for us to like ourselves more than we like men. Anyway, thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you have a lovely day. And as always, I will catch you in the next one.